Today is the fact that the Mets, after yesterday's outing when they were really embarrassed by the young Braves, they were almost no hit. They wound up getting 3 hits. They got beat 11-0, and Harvey came in the game after Vargas had left and having given up a bunch of hits and runs himself, gave up in 2 innings 3 hits, 3 walks, gave up 5 runs, gave up a homer. Today, he was asked to go to the minors. He said no. That's always been pretty much the MO of his agent. And now he is designated for assignment. We will see how that plays out. They could trade him. They could release him. We'll wait and see how it is. But for the Met fans who have dealt with this, guy who came to the team, who kind of changed the way the team felt when he got there, who became a big presence in this town right from the start. Happy Harvey Day, Dark Night, the whole thing, the All-Star Game, the playoffs, everything that went on. The layouts in SI, in ESPN, in the magazine, all the off-the-field antics, everything that went with him being a real big star very quickly. And now to his demise after 2 serious physical setbacks. Don in Old Bridge, what's up, Don?
Mike, how are you, my man?
What's happening?
The only thing I'm going to say is thank God you're back, brother, because I missed you. But
thank
anyway,
you. Thank you.
I love this Vino Rossi, so thanks for Brad today. Said some good things. But, I've been on with you many times with this guy, Harvey. I've had my fill of him 2 years ago. You know what? It is a shame. But the Mets did give this guy every opportunity to perform. Did. And, I'll leave you with one quick thought, man. I know one of the conversations we had probably in the summer of 16, and both of us were reflecting back on the Branch Rickey quote of trading the guy a year too soon rather than a year too late, man. And how about that today, man?
Well, but he's a baby, though. No one would give up on Harvey in those days. I mean, this guy, when he came up, he pitched brilliantly. He wasn't good. I mean, he started the All-Star game. It wasn't like he didn't perform. First year up, he threw 59 innings. He struck out 70 batters. His whip was 1.1. His ERA was 2.7. The next year, he pitched 178 innings. He pitched 100. He struck out 191 batters. His whip was 0.93. He was 9-5 and pitched in terrible luck. Had a 2.2 ERA. The next year, he threw, after the injury, comes back in 15. He throws 29 starts, 190 innings, strikes out a man an inning, wins 13 games, pitches to a 1.0 whip, pitches to a 2.7 ERA. I mean, the guy pitched very well. He pitched brilliantly early in his career. He was a star. And then it all came apart completely. And the second surgery is one, the thoracic surgery is one you don't come back from. And he obviously hasn't. We're coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We go to Bill in Danbury. What's up, Bill?
Hi, Mike. Welcome back.
Thank you. What's up?
I just want to know what kind of package you think the Mets could give to the Marlins for Real Muto. I mean, Jimenez, Alonso, Peterson. I mean, with something of that nature work.
No, I think the Mets, first of all, don't have a lot to give. There's not a lot for them to give up. They don't have a lot of young talent. They don't have a lot of prime young talent. They don't have a lot of big-time prospects in their minor league system, and the Marlins have put a high price tag on Real Muto. Last time I looked, he was hitting 340. They have, and it's funny, they gave away a lot of players. They gave away a lot of players. They could, for stuff that didn't look like they got enough. And Real Muto, they have been very hard on as far as the idea of getting rid of him. They don't really want to get rid of him, I guess. They want a high premium if they're going to give him away. Ryan in Massapequa. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, Mike. Welcome back.
Thank you. What's up?
I just have 2 comments to make about the Mets, if you just give me a couple of minutes or a minute. The first thing, Nimmo. I think Nimmo, he's got to be in this lineup to improve the lineup. I mean, Mets haven't scored in the last 2 games. I think he's just a young player that's just waiting to break out. I think he's shown that to us, and I'm excited to see what he can do for the rest of the year. And then the second thing, Matt Harvey, the last couple of years.
You're not going to play him every day. You're going to platoon him. You're talking about platoon him with Lagares, right?
Right.
Okay.
No, I understand he's not starting.
Okay.
And the second thing with Harvey, I just feel like it's this big weight that's been lifted off the Mets' shoulders. I mean, I just didn't think he had any regard for what the Mets really thought, and he acted like that. And the idea that some people think they're in fear that he's going to go to another team and actually pitch well, I just don't see that happening.
I think for a long time there was this idea that the Mets had a fear that he would emerge with the Yankees and have a good career, and they couldn't deal with that. I think those days are long gone, absolutely long gone. I think they would take any package that alleviated any of their costs for Matt Harvey right now. I really do. I'll be surprised if somebody offers anything of value for him, the way he's pitched. That's how badly he's pitched. Paul in Roxbury, what's up, Paul?
Mike, want to get your thoughts on Harvey. 3 years ago, the World Series season, I remember September, he talked about being shut down. His agent didn't want him to pitch. A lot of public sentiment against him. He pitched through, and ever since then, he could have been a hero of the World Series. It didn't work out, but he's just seemed to have a tremendous bitterness towards the team, and he didn't get his contract. Your thoughts, Mike?
Again, we don't know if that did any. We just don't know. He went through a surgery, a procedure a lot of guys have gone through. He came out the other side, and then he had a second procedure that was one that is very tough for a pitcher to come back from. They don't come back the same, and that's the thoracic surgery. I don't know if that year there was the whole idea of he'd only pitched this many innings and he was going to have a pitch count and he was going to have an innings issue and everything else. He pitched through it. He blew through it. That's all true. Did that cause him, again, Dealey? I don't know. If you want to make the case, no one could disprove it. Nobody can prove it. It's one of those things that will go down in the Harvey mystery, is exactly that. We don't know if that caused an injury. We don't know if it did. There's no way to know. Mark in Tinton Falls. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, what's
First
up?
of all, thank God you're back.
Well, thank you.
This is such a disappointing and sad day for me as a Mets fan because I've always believed in Matt Harvey.
Yeah, so listen, Matt Harvey had a chance to be great. He really did. He was great early in his career. He was unbelievably talented.
But you know what? I don't put any blame on the New York Mets whatsoever. And I am stunned and disappointed at Matt Harvey. And I got to ask, what the heck is his representation? What are they telling him? That he's going to go be a starter someplace else right after he gets away from the Mets? The guy can't hold two innings together.
Their guy is like that. He's like that. He'll have him believing that he'll be right back in the major leagues. That's the way they work. That's the way he works. He's very much that way. High road, our way, highway, we're going to do this, we're only going to do this, we're not doing that. It's the way he's always been. It has worked out well for him. It has backfired for him. We know that. We can give him chapter and verse of both. Anthony in Staten Island. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, Mike. Talk to you again.
Thank you. What's up?
What are the chances of Harvey resurrecting his career with you?
I don't think the Yankees have the ability right now to bring him to this team and give him a chance to work out his problems in their games. I don't think they have an ability to do that. He's not getting people out. If you look at what he's done this year, I mean, he's pitched 27 innings. He's allowed 33 hits. He's allowed more home runs than he did in some seasons early in his career. I mean, he's walking people. So he's allowed 42 base runners in 27 innings. That's not competitive. And he's given up 5 home runs in 25 innings, 26 innings. The Yankees can't afford to be fooling around with that. Now, if the Yankees could talk him into going to the minors, could they bring him back, put him in the minors and say, hey, if you impress us in the minors, we'll bring you up? Any team could do that. But he could have done that with the Mets. Are the Yankees going to put him on their roster? No contending team is going to put him out there right now. They can't. He's not showing you anything. John in Staten Island. What's up, John?
Mike, awesome to have you back. Long time.
Thank you. What's up?
Mike, what's sad is that the guy never got paid. And like you said, I give him a pass on his attitude because, my wife's a big Met fan. And she says, this kid. I said, listen, the guy had a chance to make probably $200 million.
Well, listen, he's making $5 million this year, but the point is he thought that this is a guy who was already counting Scherzer money. I mean, he was a guy who thought he was an absolute lock to get that kind of contract.
Yeah, and Mike, on the Mets in general, last week you said that you thought Atlanta was a year away, and the Mets, do you still feel that way after watching them this weekend?
I still think Atlanta's a year away, but the Mets have got to address their problems. I don't think Atlanta's there yet. I don't. They look very good this week. I think they'll have growing pains this year. You better get them this year. I still think that, but the Mets have got to address their problems right now. They cannot sit there and not address their problems. I think they have to address their problems. Back after this.